Thank you. Moving on, we have Pat Healey with Laker News.
Hi. This question is for why do you think the Scotians are not adhering to the recommendation of wearing a mask in the recommended spots you mentioned earlier?
Yeah, so thanks, Pat. I mean, that's a good question. And I think a lot of people across the country are struggling with how do we actually re-engage people and to take, and it's not, and again, I have to emphasize, it's not just masking, but all those different, the multi-layered approach. You know, there's lots of reasons potentially why, but I don't think we really truly understand after 2.5 years the challenges that we may have with people sticking with the public health measures. But that's why I'm here today along with Dr. Lynk to re-engage Nova Scotians and say we have a difficult 2 to 3 months ahead of us. And so we, like we've done before, we need Nova Scotians to step up and do what we're asking them to do, as we've outlined in all those multi-layered measures. It's critically important that people understand the potential, or the current and the potential stresses on our healthcare system, and each Nova Scotian can play a substantive role on decreasing those pressures and also keeping themselves and their community safe by following all the measures we're outlining. I don't know how I can stress it more strongly that we need everybody to listen and act for the next 2 to 3 months.
Do you have a follow-up, Pat?
Yes, I do. For both Dr. Strang and I think Dr. Lynk. But holiday concerts, parades, tree lightings, and cat shows coming up over the next month. What are you recommending Nova Scotians do to safely attend these events, whether they're indoor or outdoor, because of the surge of respiratory illnesses?
So I'm going to start, and maybe I'll let you jump in, Andrew. First of all, if you can do those events outdoors than indoors, great. Also be thoughtful about how many of those events you're going to go to. And if you're in, especially in indoor places with lots of other people around, absolutely you should be wearing a mask. And at all those events, the vast majority of those are what I call social events that you don't absolutely need to be at. So if you're sick in any way with even very mild cold or flu symptoms, do not go to those events. Stay home. And just being thoughtful and careful. We can still have those events, but being thoughtful and careful. And when we're having lots of family or social, friends gatherings, be extra careful, because there may well be people at those events, the very young, the very old, those with significant health issues that would need extra protection in terms of avoiding close contact to people who are unmasked if they attend those events. But Andrew, I'll ask you to, if you have anything to add.
Spread the joy, not the viruses, over Christmas.
Thank you.